Hello, and welcome to Freedom Through Astrology, where we're giving you the keys to living your best life. Uh, my name is Donald Patak. I am your astrologer. There's my contact information. This is a YouTube comment copyright, and I'm from a slightly different location in my house, rearranging things, cleaning things up. And here comes the kittens. Can't seem to escape the kittens. The keys for this reading. I read using sidereal or visible sky astrology. So I'm using the natural, first of all, I'm using the visible sky as opposed to tropical astrology, which fixes the signs to seasons. Tropical astrology is approximately 25 degrees out of alignment with the visible sky. So they're ahead of where things actually are. I use the natural sign sizes. Some astrologers make every constellation the same size, whereas Virgo is like almost 50 degrees, Scorpio is 25 almost. The constellations on the sky naturally are all different sizes. So I'm using the visible sky, the natural sizes of the constellations. I'm also using 13 signs. In ancient times, there was a 13th sign. Think about it, there are 13 new moons in a year. But the missing sign is a fucus. It's the wounded healer. It exists between Scorpio and Sagittarius. It's where you've come to heal yourself so you can heal others and inspire others with similar wounds. And this is the weekly transit report. And these are the universal lessons for everyone. So we're all going to be facing these just in our own individual ways. And last but not least, I interpret using what's called evolutionary astrology. Yeah, we're all facing these lessons, but we have freedom of choice. Humanity, mankind, people, whatever you want to choose, you're given the different choices on how you want to work with these energies, and you reap what you sow is the way it goes. So, and this is the weekly transit report for January 8th through the 14th of 2024. Still getting used to saying into that. Very, very intense week this week. Just a heads up. The moon goes from Scorpio to a fucus. Our breather is Sagittarius, if Sagittarius can be a breather. Yeah, Sagittarius likes to get up and go. So it's going to be a busy week. Then Capricorn, and then finally settling into Aquarius. So even the moon is very active this week. And we have a new moon in Sagittarius on top of that. Sign changes. Venus is in a fucus, and Mercury moves back into Sagittarius after a retrograde last year, where Mercury moved from Sagittarius back into a fucus. It's now moving back into Sagittarius. So it's doing some exploring, decided it needed to go back and do some more healing before it could explore again. And active this week, the sun, the ego, the self. So, that is going to get a lot of work this week. Venus and the nodes of the moon, your ability to transform yourself from the south node, how you hold yourself back, to the north node. So that's going to get a little bit of a workout this week. And let me pull this up. Here we go. And this is our overview. It's kind of steady through the week. We kind of get a breather around the 13th-ish. But even so, I mean, the beginning of the week, beginning to the middle of the week is very, very packed. And then the weekend gets a little busy. And we do get a little breather around the 13th. Lucky 13, I guess. So, okay, let me pull this down here. Okay, we begin the week. The moon is in Scorpio. So this is a time of facing deep truths, and emotions can be intense, and you may find yourself questioning your own motivations and feelings. I'm going to get another cat jumping on me. Be prepared for deep conversations and intense conversations. The shadow of Scorpio is, of course, rotten moods. So be careful. Be careful of falling into rotten moods and just complicating things. And then also we have Mercury in a fucus, and I drew an arrow because a fucus is the symbol. They made it black for some reason to make it stand out, I guess, and it's kind of hard to see-ish. But Mercury in a fucus is in a, it's not a, yeah, it is in a square to Neptune in Pisces. I should have made that look like the square. I didn't. My bad. Well, this is the challenge of spiritual learning. So Mercury and Ophiuchus, you're learning to heal yourself. Neptune and Pisces is don't just do something, sit there. This is spiritual practices. These are your spiritual practices. So this is you learning about your spiritual practices that can bring you healing. Um, and help hopefully ideally provide inspiration for your future. Transit is here to help you heal the wounds in learning of communication and listening so you can receive inspiration in your life, transcend the past and move forward. Squares are challenges, so yeah, this is going to be hard, to be kind. uh, Flip side of the coin, I tell people squares build strength. So if you do this work, you're building something strong that can last. The pyramids from a distance look like giant triangles, but when you get up, those blocks are squares that have just been cut to make them fit the triangular shape. And they've been standing 1,000 years because the tension of the square is strong. So if you work with this properly, you're building something that is strong, a strong spiritual practice that can help you have healing. Shadow is refusing to learn for whatever reason. Either you know it all or you can't learn whatever, and falling into escapist patterns and practices in order to escape the pain. Oh, geez, here comes another kid. Okay, I'm officially up to 2 kids. No, not there. On my lap. Good kid. He is adorable. He has a beautiful coat. Okay, the kitten break is over. Okay. Monday, January 8th, we have the Sun in Sagittarius in a trine, which is an easy energy to work with, to Uranus, Uranus, however you want to pronounce it. RX like that means retrograde, and it's in Aries. So the Sun in Sagittarius, the Sun in Sagittarius, the aim here is the ego wants to get up, explore, and learn things. Uranus in Aries is having the courage to be your authentic self. So if I were to say there's the question here is this transit is asking you, is what you're learning authentic to you and real to you? And this is the courage to explore by growing into your authentic self. So if this is what you're learning is authentic to you, this is going to be great and it's going to help you grow. But if not, this is kind of a hint to look for it. To look for what inspires you. Otherwise, you could fall into passionless pursuits, just running on the treadmill of life and going nowhere fast. Also, the Sun in Sagittarius can be very egotistical and overconfident. Uranus, the shadow of Uranus is either conformity or excessive egocentricity or excessive out there-ism. We've all seen that person with, I don't even know how to describe it. But yeah, that's the other side of it, is just being glaring out there. No sneezing, please. And also being glaring out there. So you get what you build. This is an easy energy to work with. The moon also enters Ophiuchus, so this is a time of emotional healing as well. Way to heal your soul, heal your emotions, be open to different opportunities for healing and different ways of healing. The shadow of this is a deeper emotional wounding. And I think I'm missing one. Hold on a second, I'm going to pause. There we go. I was missing one. And also on Monday, we have Mars in Sagittarius and a sextile or excitement or interest to Saturn in Aquarius. I've got to fix it up on the site. Mars in Sagittarius is having the courage to explore the things that interest you and getting up and going out there. Saturn in Aquarius is going to sound very similar to Uranus in Aries because, well, they actually do sound very similar to me personally. But Saturn is maturing and Aquarius is your authentic self and being your authentic self and being your authentic individual. And my buttons are not chew toys. So here we have exploring the courage to explore what interests you and have it, and seeing that again, this, I think this is the same message as the sun in Sag in a way. It's the importance of this message of you learning to be your authentic self and you having the courage to be your authentic self and to grow and mature in your authentic self. Why do I have a semicolon there? Oh well. But it's a sextile, so this is an interest or a curiosity, making sure, is what I'm really learning, do I have the courage to explore what's authentic to me and really interesting to me personally? And there's that. Tuesday, the moon in Ophiuchus was a quick transit. It's a one-day shot. On Tuesday, we have the moon entering Sagittarius midday time, and the Sagittarian energy at this time, the curiosity, it's there. Time to chase a new idea, find something new and exciting, look for new experiences that inspire you emotionally. Remember, emotions, energy, and motion. Your emotions are what helps you get through things. So this is giving you the energy to explore these new ideas that are being presented to you. Combine that with the authenticity and finding those things that are authentic to you and inspiring to you. Be very powerful. Missing this opportunity, you slip into boredom. Predictable, dull, dry, and boring. The same thing every day. Rest of your life would really, really be a mess. Wednesday, this is the big transit for the week. Normally I do this as two separate ones, but it's easier to explain this one as one big one. This is the sun in Sagittarius is in a T-square to the nodes of the moon. The nodes of the moon are in opposition to each other. So ideally what you're seeing here with the south node is how you're holding yourself back with perfectionist attitudes and and unrealistic expectations. And the north node in Pisces is teaching you to go with the flow. So that's the balance here. Balance these two things. See how perfectionists and high standards are holding you back, or too high standards, I should say, are holding you back, and how learning to go with the flow can actually bring progress in your life. These are opposing each other, but they're squaring on the sun, your identity, your ego, and your willingness to explore, and your curiosity here. So if you're holding yourself to this perfectionist standard that can be stifling and crushing your interest in exploring, which could lead to escapism, that would be the shadow. The ideal is you're learning to go with the flow and release these perfectionist attitudes and say, hey, I'm getting this out of it right now. Hey, that's cool. That's good. That's the ideal. Somebody said this looked like a weightlifter to them, because here's the sign that's in the middle here is lifting these two weights, and if it lifts them right and properly, it strengthens them. And ideally, that's what happens here, is that the sun in Sagittarius, your ego, learning more about what excites it and inspires it, is strengthened. The shadow of this is caught between a rock and a hard place. It gets crushed and you get destroyed. So this is going to be an intense bit of energy for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So learn how these perfectionist attitudes could be holding you back. You want to do the best you can, but be realistic about it. Ask yourself the question, what's good enough for this moment? And be able to work with that and go with that. And that will actually help you become better. As I'm often telling people, you don't teach a kindergartner how to count from 1 to 9 or 1 to 10 and then give it a differential equation and tell it to solve it. You have to learn things in steps. So this is helping you release these unrealistic expectations so that you can actually grow. This is like the really intense moment of the week. Also on Wednesday, well, a lot of things happen on Wednesday. Venus is entering Ophiuchus, and Venus is your ability to work with other people, receive help from them. It's not in the textbook, but Venus is also creativity. It's in the inner sky that Venus governs creativity. I like to include it in the transits as well, because I think to have that there and your ability to grow in creativity is important. So this is your ability to heal this is your ability to learn how to heal your relationship with other people and be able to work with them better. even relate to them better, and also ability to hear your creativity. Shadow of this is falling into manipulation for the sake of an image and lead to deeper wounding. So that happens, and just after that happens, it's in a trine to Chiron in Pisces. Chiron, and we talked about Venus in Ophiuchus, so I'm not going to focus on that anymore, but Chiron in Pisces. Chiron is about healing, and it's learning how to heal, and then in Pisces, how to transcend the wounds. So this trine, easy energy to work with, very nice energy to work with, is learning to heal the relationship wounds and then transcend them and move on and go get over them. The shadow of this is deepening the injuries and looking for ways to numb the pain. And Wednesday, also, Mars in Sagittarius is in a trine to Jupiter in Aries. Yeah, Mars is a little busy this week too, I guess. I could throw that in. But Mars in Sagittarius is the courage to explore. Jupiter in Aries. Jupiter is about how you dream and seizing opportunities. In Aries is having the courage to seize the opportunities. So this is your ability to have the courage to go out and explore, see new opportunities, and seize them. In a trine, trines are easy energies, meaning if you put in the effort, it will reward you greatly. The shadow of this is failing to take action that can undermine your confidence greatly and ruin it, or even fall into anger or bitterness. Yeah, Jupiter is a small star. Jupiter can be very egocentric, and it can be a big mess. You can create a great success or a big mess with this. So this is the opportunity to see and seize new opportunities in your life. Thursday, new moon in Sagittarius. This is the conjunction of the sun, the ego, the moon, the emotions. So fusing the two together in a way in Sagittarius, the desire to develop faith, get up, go out and explore new things, explore new ideas. What else do I have in my notes? Oh gosh, there's so much on Sagittarius. Everything is Sagittarius right now. When in doubt, Sagittarius. Yeah, develop faith and trust, break up safe routines, step out of the familiar, explore new things. So your ego, your ego, your emotions, your soul, your feelings are all wanting to get up, go out and explore and find new ways of doing things. And this is an opportunity to do that. And so you have both your ego and your emotions working together. And this can be an incredibly powerful time. Or it can fall into egotistical defense of what you're always doing and running twice as fast down the same old path you've been running down and going nowhere fast in life. So there we go. Friday, the moon enters Capricorn, and moon in Capricorn wants to get stuff done. It's open to a challenge, and you have the commitment and the ability to succeed at it. So this is emotionally, you're ready for a challenge, and you're ready to accept the challenge. And I'm seeing that conjunction to Pluto. Man, that would be one fun to talk about. Pluto wants to help you get over stuff and transform. So transforming your emotions and transforming that excitement into something big, beautiful, and possible. Okay, said something happy there. All right, but moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is getting stuff done. It's the sea goat, and this is a weird animal because it's half seal, half goat. And the seal in water representing spiritual ideas. Capricorn, the goat that climbs the mountain. So it's be able to take that idea and make it something real and practical. The moon is ready to do that for this weekend. So get up, go, and be ready to roll. Also on Friday, Mercury enters Sagittarius. And so this is the curious, you're curious and ready to explore. You were doing this once, you went retrograde because was it really ready for this? You step back into Ophiuchus, did some healing, saw where you needed more healing, did the healing, now you're back and you're ready to roll and go forward and learn what it is you need to learn so that you can move forward and grow in life and learn about the things that are exciting to you and interesting you and fascinate you. The shadow of this is falling into the same old routine of study that will lead you into a mental prison that can become harder to escape. So there we go there. Saturday. Okay, Saturday. The moon does enter Aquarius, and I believe this is late, but it's time to feel authentic and real. You know, I'll look for the path that speaks to your authenticity. Falling into conformity or pointless eccentricity can become self-defeating. So you're looking for authenticity this weekend. So that's what you're looking for. That's who you want to feel. You want to feel authentic. And conjunct joining with Saturn as it's going to be passing through there, you want to grow in this. And here we go. This is the other node thing. Yes. Venus in Ophiuchus is in a trine to the North Node in Pisces. Nodes are active this week, helping you grow. Uh, Venus, as we said in Ophiuchus, is about healing relationships and healing your creativity. The North Node in Pisces is helping you to transcend. And this is time to heal and release the wounds that are holding you back in your relationships. Very much similar to Chiron. Chiron's helping you transcending, and Pisces, the North Node in Pisces is helping you see the potentials that you have when you transcend. So I think that's the difference. So you're learning how to heal, and then you're seeing the potentials. And because it's a trine, it's an easy energy to work with, and you can see all the good that can come out of this. And on Sunday, Venus in Ophiuchus is in a sextile to the South Node. So healing relationships, South Node in Virgo is helping you to see how being a perfectionist and holding things to people to unrealistic expectations is holding you back. So you're excited to see that. So this is kind of an interesting situation where you're able to see, hey, if I give up these unrealistic expectations, I can have something a whole lot better. I think I did this on 2 days because it actually starts on 2 separate days. Yeah. So, but that's that. Failing that, it leads into South Node in Virgo can be a control freak. So rather than healing the wounds of relationships, it's becoming more of a control freak and deepening the wounds. And last but not least, we have the Sun in Sagittarius in a sextile to Neptune in Pisces. So, my notes here say a focus on spirituality. Be open to, and Sun in Sagittarius is about exploring the interests of the egos. Neptune in Pisces, the old joke here that I've heard this on a number of videos with Stephen Forrest. Venus in Pisces, don't just do something, sit there. This is being open to spiritual inspiration. So this trine, if you're open to spiritual inspiration, it can literally tell you or help you discover the ideas and the things that you're really truly interested in, and open the floodgates of that Sun in Sagittarius. So be open to inspiration and expectation, rise above and release what is holding you back, and being open to new ideas of inspiration and new avenues of exploration. And the shadows, embracing pride opens the door to escapism and undoing of the self with empty lies, false self-image, and finding ways to numb the pain. And this is a sextile, so it's an interest and a curiosity. So if you do put in the time and the efforts, you can get something back out of this. And that is your weekly forecast. You can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. These are all linked on my website of freedomthroughastrology.com. And remember, that's freedom through with the U. Because it is all about you. Also, I'm on the Digital Soul Space, which is an online community that is focused on spiritual growth and development and many, many different modalities: astrology, crystals, tarot, oracle cards, a wide variety of spiritual practices, Native American, Wicca, and I can't remember what else I've seen. Somebody on there does the year with the cards. I'm not sure what that's called. Cartomancy, I'm not sure. But at all sorts of different practices, it's a great community to go to and ask questions. I'm going to minimize this for 1 second. Have my note in there. If you go to my website, freedomthroughastrology.com, there you can see there's my website. I am working with a business coach, so this is going to be changing and improving. We're coming up with ideas, just getting ready to work on it. If you click on subscribe, It will take you to where my newsletter sign up is. You can't see it here, but it says email address. Sign up. Once a week, you get an email that gets a summary of the major events, and insight, exclusive only, subscriber only offers and discounts. If I do any live appearances or any events, that's where you'll find them. If you would like a reading, if you click on scheduling, oops, no, this is the blog. I'm sorry. If you click on blog, I do take these and write these up deeper and go into much more depth than I do here. If you do want a reading and you click on scheduling, this is a live one-to-one appointment with me. Grab these rates while you can because they are going to be going up shortly. But I do birth chart or natal charts. I do karmic or past life readings. So if you're a past life person, I can tell you the past life you came here to heal. If you're a one and done, you signed up for a specific lesson to learn. And I can tell you what that lesson is and how you ace it. Transit readings are the predictive readings. And that's where I take things, that's where I can tell you what the lessons are and what a successful and unsuccessful outcome is. And then if you've got quick questions, you 15, 30, 45 minutes, you want to, hey, Don, I'm really curious about this Sun T-square 30-minute consultation. Explain to me how that's going to show up in my life so I can ace this thing and really build up those muscles. That's what you can do with that. If our schedules don't bump together well, and I am working on figuring out what works best with people. If you click on services, everything I offer live one-to-one, I do with services. And some of these actually have follow-ups, birth chart, karmic, past life. The transit readings all have follow-ups. Excuse me. Oh, I don't have those on there. I should put those in there. The 15, 30, and 45, I'll get those in there so you can ask those questions and receive recordings. Follow me on social media. Oops. Whoa, touchy mouse today. And thank you very much. Like, follow, and share if you found this valuable. Thank you very much. Hopefully have a good week. Follow me on Facebook and follow my website, and you'll get deeper Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever, and you'll get deeper readings. Thank you very much. This is going to be an intense week, and I hope you have the best possible outcome. Come on.